Hello, it's lovely to connect with you. My name is Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube. And I'm here to share in this healing event for the 7th of the 7th, the 7th of July, 2018. For many, many months, in fact, probably for over a year, I was creating healing events every power day of the month like this. So the 7th of the 7th, the 1st of the 1st, 2nd of the 2nd. You get the idea. I was doing that for a long time. And then I don't know if I've done any this year. Actually, I think I finished early in the year because we had the retreat start on the 2nd of February. And I decided January was my last one. So I haven't actually done this for about 6 months on the power day of the month. So very thrilled and excited to have been inspired to create this event this morning when I got up and saw it was the 7th of the 7th. And I was like, yes, let's do this. So I'm here to create this space of healing. Very excited to be here. I absolutely love these healing events. So very thrilled to be here. So welcome. Extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who support my work through my website. Thank you so much. It is through your support that allows me the time and the space and the means to be able to bring these sorts of videos to you and to other people. So thank you so much for your support. It actually is what's needed. I don't have a full-time job. This is what I do full-time, so thank you. If you're new to watching, welcome. It's quite incredible how many people find my work through these Power Day healing events. So if this is the first time you've connected with me and my work, welcome. If this is the first time you've seen me live, that's fun, because I know a lot of people catch the replay and might not catch me live. So if it is, then fabulous. Hello, Sheena and Anna. Hi, Claire from the Scottish Highlands. Lovely. I've definitely got an affinity with Scotland, and I look forward to visiting one day. No plans yet. So, hi, Andrea. So this is kind of what I'm going to be doing for the next hour. So 45 minutes to an hour I'm going to be sharing here for. If you can't join or stay the whole time, just stay as long as you can and come back and perhaps watch the replay later. If you are watching the replay now, then hello. So what I'm going to be doing is in a moment I'm going to clear the space. So we're going to prepare ourselves for this healing time. Actually, before I talk about what we're going to do, let's talk about 7-7. Because I'm sure some want to say, what does 7 mean? What's the significance of 7? I don't know. I don't do numerology, so I have no idea. So I just want to let you know that before I start, that there is no special reason numerologically for me to be here, except it feels right. And 7 and 7 together look good. Just like any synchronistic numbers that come together look great. They feel good. Like, I don't know about you, but I stop and notice when I see 44 together or when it's 11:11 on the clock. So it's just one of those things to me that feels good. So I'm here because it feels good, not because of any sun or stars in whatever. Just so we're clear. And it is 7 o'clock. Is it? No, it's 6:56. Done. 4 minutes away. So I am coming to you live from Tasmania, Australia. It is the 7th of the 7th here, Saturday at 6:56. Or 6:57 now. It's nearly 7 p.m. But anyway, let's talk about what I'm going to be doing so that you kind of get an idea of what's happening. So I'm going to be cleansing. I would usually use the smudge stick, but I don't want to smudge in this room at this time of the day because I don't want to. So I'll be using the rattle to clear the space. So we'll be looking at clearing our worries, stresses, basically to prepare us to go deeper with this experience today. So we'll be clearing. Then I'm going to pull a healing energy card as we move into our time of receiving. So receiving time is where I'm going to play something, I don't know what yet, and create a space of healing for you to receive. So this will be time for you to sit back, if you like, enjoy, and just open yourself up to receiving what you need. The healing energy card that's pulled will give us a bit of an indication as to which direction we're going to go with that. Then once that energy finishes, after 10 minutes or so, then I'll pull another healing energy card as we transition into giving time. So our giving time is where we come together because we're in a heightened state. We've just been receiving and we're feeling great, I trust. And we come together in like a energetic circle to come together to give love and energy out to others that we care about, to each other, and also around our planet. So we'll be doing a lot of visualization with that particular part of this event today. So receiving time for you, giving time as we share that energy out, and then that will pretty much take us to the end of this connection. And then I'll pull another healing energy card to represent our forward movement from here. We've got the potential to shift a lot during our time together today. So what I suggest is that you really allow yourself to be open to receiving what you need. Trust that you're here for a reason. Trust in your intuition. I'll trust mine, you trust yours. If you want to take this experience deeper, then you may want to grab your journal, some crystals, your incense or smudge stick, your own drum, and let's take this as deep as we can. I'm intending on taking this deeply. I'm not afraid of looking silly. I'm not afraid of people thinking whatever they might think of me. So I'm not going to use anything like that to hold me back. I would rather look silly and dive deeper within myself and take this experience deeper for those that want to go deeper than worrying whether I look silly or not. So I'm probably going to look silly. I don't really care. So, you know, if you don't feel comfortable, if you don't feel comfortable with me, if this goes down a path that you're just, hey, this is weird, I'm probably scaring you now. I don't know what I'm going to do. But I'm sure it's not anything too crazy. But if this is going down a path for you that's just too weird or doesn't feel right for you, then please just turn it off and go and do something that you love. Not everyone's going to resonate with what I'm doing, and that's okay. I'm at peace with that. So anything that we don't like, let's just go and do something else. Let's not subject ourselves to something that's not good for us. So with all that talking... Oh, thanks, Anita. You're very sweet. Anita says you don't look silly. Well, not yet. Who knows what I'm going to do? But that's okay. I'm just going to take this experience deeper because that's what I want to do. We're going to start with some clearing, which we could call smudging, but I'm not smudging. So it's clearing time now. We're going to prepare ourselves for this healing time. So just, again, take this as deep as you want to. The very least, just listen if you're curious and it feels good to be here. Just listen. If you want to take it deeper, just prompt yourself, work with what I'm talking about, take it deeper for your own experience. So I'm going to use the rattle and we're going to use this as clearing time. So take a nice deep breath and let's clear away all negative energies, entities, cords, hooks and attacks and attachments. Let's let everything go that's holding us back. Let's release all worry, all stress, all pressure that we're under. Everything that we've got to do or that's happening tomorrow or that we might be thinking about with other people that we might be worried about. Let's just put all that stuff aside. We don't need to think about the shopping list. We don't need to think about what's happening at work tonight or tomorrow or next week or last week. Let's just bring ourselves fully here and leave all the rest of the garbage out the door. Or it might be beautiful stuff, but some of it's probably garbage. Let's just leave it out the door. Breathe it out and away. let it go. Okay. Now, the more that you can prepare yourself, especially if you're a bit stressed out before you do something like this, or a meditation or something that you might be doing, then the deeper you can go with the experience. Because otherwise, if I was to dive straight into receiving time, it might take you 5 or 10 minutes or even longer just to get rid of the gunk that you're dealing with on a day-to-day basis. So it's a great idea to spend just a few moments smudging or clearing or breathing, to breathe out and get those worries and stresses out of your space. Now we can get down to business. So it's now time for receiving. So receiving is time for you to receive. It's your time for you. So I'm going to pull a healing energy card around that. What do we need to know about this time of receiving? And then I will might do some drumming around our receiving time. But first, let's pull a healing energy card. What do we need to know about this time of receiving in this moment? We've got this card here, Freedom, card 27. It says, let your worries and negative thoughts go. Don't allow them to take away your power. Get back in charge of your mind thoughts. Focus on clarity. So this is very much talking about freedom in the mind and returning or reclaiming our personal power, and that this is something important for the majority of us perhaps to focus on during our receiving time. So I'm going to create a space around freedom, around mental freedom, perhaps especially for you, or reclaiming your personal power, especially if you've been giving your power away to things or other people lately. That let's use this time now, this receiving time, to take our power back. So take some deep breaths. Feel the freedom that's coming in. My son is next door playing some game with someone and he's very loud. If you suddenly hear some man talking in the background, that would be my son, just so you know. Okay, so freedom, what does that mean for you right now? Have you been feeling trapped? Oh, I'll have to move my microphone. So I'm going to play the drum. This is my personal drum. I made this 5 years ago, but last night I was inspired to paint this owl on here. So I'm going to use this now for receiving time. So because when I'm drumming, I can't really talk because the microphone doesn't pick up the drum very well when it's on me. So I'm going to have to unpin it. I'm not really going to talk during this receiving time. So just keep in mind whatever it is that you need from this space now. If you don't need anything in the card that I was just talking about, then perhaps you could, perhaps you're more in need of strength or courage or healing or support or peace. Whatever it is you need, just open up to receiving that from the drum and the energy that's being created. So I'm going to unpin my microphone. I'm going to play the drum. Just at the very least, listen. If you want to take it deeper, then explore what you personally need at this time. So enjoy. trust you enjoyed that bit of drumming. But more importantly, your time for you. When was the last time you put a little time aside just for you? So I trust you enjoyed that little bit of time for you. This was the card we were working with. If you joined partway through that time, it was receiving time and freedom. So your time of, well, reclaiming your personal power, and especially freedom in the mind. So, thank you. I trust you enjoyed that bit of receiving time. So, we're now transitioning into time of giving. If you have to go, thanks for joining in. And if you do want to learn more about the work I do, please visit my website at templeofbalance.com.au. Anytime you enjoy or hear something that you love, please interact on the video or comment or share if you're inspired to. Every little bit helps, every little interaction. So you know it's quite suppressive for pages on Facebook. So any interaction on any posts you see of mine or any pages that you love are of benefit. So thank you. What I'm going to be doing now is we're shifting the energy now. It's time to give. To give a little love or a lot of love. We're going to come together now in an energetic circle, if you like. And I'm going to guide us through this, and I'm going to use the big singing bowl. So before I get that out and talk about that, I'm going to pull a healing energy card around our time of giving. Thanks, everyone. Beautiful, isn't it? Loving the new transformation my drum has taken. It's the only drum I've ever made myself, so I am quite attached to it. And it's just like my hair, really. The way that it reacts to humidity or dampness, it's quite hilarious. So anyway, let's grab a healing energy card for our time of giving. So we're about to think about sharing this energy that we feel out to others and around our beautiful planet. So here is our giving time. It's Ancestral Inspiration, card 4. It says, healing through cellular levels and the bloodline. Let go of the old and move into the new. Meditation and ancient knowledge remembered. The wheel of life, birth, transitions, endings, or death, if we want to be a bit heavy with that. It's a heavy word, isn't it? I think I saw Jennifer was watching. I think Jennifer's watching it. It just reminds me of when I went to Jennifer's meditation circle. When was it? Last year or earlier this year? No, late last year. We were sitting in a meditation circle and Jennifer goes, I'm about to tell you our topic. And she goes, hi Jennifer. She goes, and our topic is death. And the energy of the room just went boom. It was so heavy you could just feel it. It was great. It's a great topic. I mean, it's such a taboo topic. It's something I've been personally exploring a lot in these last week or two. And I'm going to be talking more about it. It's a fact. We're going to take our last breath at some point. There's no point denying it or, trying to push it away. It's going to come. So I really feel that we're not, as a society, celebrating it enough. It's just so morbid and final. But is it? I'm going to explore that. I really am. So I'm going to write that down because I'd love to have to do a sharing around it because I feel it's just something that we just don't talk about. So anyway, the Wheel of Life meditation, ancestral inspiration. This is talking about shifts in the bloodline and around the family. And the work that we're doing as individuals is changing. It's tipping things not only in our family, but, it's tipping things everywhere across the board. And it just goes to show what I personally know to be true, that change starts with us as the individual. I don't feel that change starts with us worrying about what's happening on the other side of the world. There's plenty of tragic things happening in the world, but unless it directly involves us, I like to be a little bit, what's the word? The word has left me. No, it starts with I. It's totally left my brain. It will come. But I want to say it, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, I like to just be a little bit disconnected from what's not directly involving me. I really feel that we are the change, us as individuals. So as we change ourselves, it filters out into our little circles. So as we change us, it filters out into our relationships, the closest relationships, the people we live with. Then it filters out into our family groups and our community groups. And then this is how we change the world. It's from our position right now and not from worrying about the position of something that's happening on the other side of the world. That's just my opinion. So I feel that this is, for me, and what I want to talk about with this card and in regards to our giving time, is that we are making a change now by changing and improving ourselves, by stopping talking about the change we want to see in the world and start actually living it and doing it and breathing it now. So if we don't like, if the world's not kind enough, in our opinion, then I would be thinking, if I was thinking that, how can I be kinder? How can I be that I want to see in the world? And this is changing the world more than we might see on the news or see in around the place. So our giving time now, as we come together and send love out to others and around our planet, is knowing that we are the change and that this is an important time of change now. It's not an easy time, but it is an important time. So I'm going to talk us through this. I'm going to play this singing bowl, this huge singing bowl of mine, which is takes up the whole thing, the whole screen nearly. I'm going to play this. I will unpin my microphone, just put it to the side. And I'm going to talk us through this time. So basically what I'm going to do is just help you center yourself again. Hi, Louise, one of my young sisters. I'm going to talk you through centering and just reconnecting with yourself again. And then we're going to imagine coming together in a circle, imagining that we're holding hands in this circle of love, and we're going to generate some energy together. And then we're going to put people in our circle who we love, who we care for, who might be struggling right now. People we know that might be doing it tough, and send them out some love. And then we're going to expand that energy out and send it around our planet. So I'm going to talk us through this. If you don't like what I'm saying and how I'm saying it, if it's not something that you're following, if you're doing your own thing, then please trust what you need to do. Trust your intuition above you trusting mine. Only trust mine if it feels right and you're going along with it and it works for you. So nice, deep, big breath. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the weight of your body on the chair or the bed or wherever you might be. Just take some nice deep breaths and find your center again. If you're not sure how, don't overthink it. Just take some deep breaths and just perhaps imagine that you have a comfortable chair sitting in your heart that you go and sit in. So imagine now, as best as you can, that we're all holding hands in this beautiful circle of love. So imagine holding hands with someone next to you and that we're coming together in love. Now let's share some energy with each other as we send some love out through our left hand and receive back in through our right hand. Giving and receiving around our circle. We cannot give more than we receive, and we cannot receive more than we give. All is perfectly balanced. So share, receive. Feel that sense of togetherness, knowing that we are all in this together. Now, as we hold in this beautiful large circle, now is your time to imagine placing anyone that you know that might be struggling right now into the center of our circle. So you just need to think of them, or you can say their name in your mind and imagine putting them into our circle. Now, it's really important to me that we don't force this energy upon anyone, whether we might think they need it or not. So let's imagine those we love and care for in our circle, but also let's not force or expect or direct what we think that they need. Let's just offer it to them and trust that if they want it, they will take it, and that that's okay. So we give them this gift without expectations that whether they want to receive it or not. But we place them in our circle, in this space of love. And we leave those people held in our circle now, as we bring our attention back to our connection with each other through our hands. And we expand this energy up now to our crowns as we share energy from crown to crown, creating a great big circle of light. And now we extend this circle of light out around the planet, covering the earth in this beautiful blanket of love. And this love finds anyone who's lost or alone, anyone who's grieving or struggling, anyone that just needs a bit of love, then this love finds them. Again, we don't force it upon them, but we trust that they will take it if they want it. Let's also flow this love into the hearts of the animals who want it, and the areas of the earth that need it now. From the deepest oceans to the tallest mountains, and anywhere in between. So let's leave the earth held in this beautiful blanket of love as we bring our focus back to our circle and back to ourselves. And here we draw that high vibrational energy of love and light down into our bodies, through our crowns, bringing it, embedding it straight into our hearts. As we bring that higher vibration deep into our being to help us in our everyday life, to help us stand tall in our personal power and truth, help us have the courage to say what we need to say, to be who we want to be, to wear what we want to wear, to say what we want to say, to be ourselves in all moments and feel safe to do so. So stand tall in your power. Take some powerful big breaths now and feel your spine straighten up. Feel your personal power grow and your sense of courage to face whatever it is that you're facing. As you prepare to take steps, confident steps forward in your life. Knowing that you are moving forward in alignment with your heart and what is right for you. Feel that beautiful energy not only envelop you, but fill you up on the inside. Filling you up in the heart. This is a Tibetan singing bowl. It's a giant's and it's heavy. So how are you doing? I trust you enjoyed that time of giving. Isn't it nice to come together in a centered space and share some energy out? I feel we might not do that often enough. So I'm definitely going to make an effort to at least do this with you once a month as inspired. So thank you. Thank you so much. Colleen says, my hands are tingling. Kelly says, thank you, so need that. Constance, hi Constance, amazing, thank you. So lovely to catch you live. Hi Melissa, amazing. Jennifer, yes indeed. Hi Cindy, who says thanks, thank you. Irene says, feeling really warm on the inside. Isn't that beautiful? It is so beautiful. Thank you. So if you joined during the bowl time, this was the card that I pulled, the Healing Energy card that I pulled to go with our giving time that I was using the bowl for, Ancestral Inspiration. So being the change really that we want to see in the world. So thank you. So I'm preparing to finish now. I'm about to pull a Healing Energy card for our forward movement from here. So I'll do that in just a minute. If you did enjoy this connection today and our time together, please consider supporting my work through my website at templeofbalance.com.au. Your support is absolutely necessary for me to be able to do this stuff and my work full time. So thank you to those that do. And if you're inspired to, if you received a bit of something from our time together today, then maybe you might find something helpful on my website that I've created that not only can support you, but can also support me in doing these videos. So please have a look if you're inspired to. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Please hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. So what have we got coming up? I guess we've got the retreat coming up, our Tasmania Healing Retreat, coming up in February for a week, 7 nights, 8 days. So we've got a few spaces for that available. If you're inspired to spend the week with us, with Corey and I and our beautiful group, it's very supportive, very healing, very explorative in a spiritual, energetic way, not physical. So we will be exploring stuff. We will be going deep. I will be challenging you to step out of your comfort zone. We'll be doing lots of drumming, lots of stuff, lots of art creating this time. And you may be able to come and watch me play the trumpet if you're interested, because I'm pretty sure the Highland Gathering is on that weekend of the retreat. So we'll be all, if everyone wants to, well, I will be, anyone that wants to come along will be going to the Highland Festival at Richmond where my concert band will be playing. So I'll be tooting on my trumpet. So that will be an extra bonus, I guess, if you want to see me play the trumpet. So lots of fun. But if you want to learn more or have a look and explore what the retreat's about, please have a look on my website. And there's lots of other stuff on there, like my Healing Energy cards and pendants and lots of stuff. Check it out if you're inspired to. So I'm now looking for the best healing energy card for our forward movement from here. So with all the stuff that we've shifted and received and given, let's look at what we need to know as we prepare to transition back into our everyday life. So how can we embody this energy? How can we implement changes? What do we need to know? That's what my intention is with this card. So the best card for the majority of us is this. Cycles of Change card 15. It says, be open to messages and change. Go with the flow and welcome the element of wind to help you through this time. It's quite incredible if you are open to it. Working with the wind element to help us move forward and move on can be really freeing. It says mind, mental, throat healing. I'm really open to the first line. Be open to messages and change, but especially the thought of being open to change. This card brings change. It brings change quickly and it stirs things up. It brings change overnight. You know, those sudden changes that we just know we have to make, or that seem to just happen to us, because, you know, sometimes we orchestrate the change. Sometimes the change happens to us. So this is talking about change sweeping in quite quickly. And we might want to think about how we can implement the change that we want to see in the world, especially if that's something that you want to further think about. So if it is, like I said before, kindness that you feel is lacking in the world, how can you be kinder and be a role model of kindness rather than preach that there's not enough kindness in the world? Instead of doing that, perhaps it might be more productive to look at, okay, how can I be kinder in myself? How can I lend a helping hand? How can I practice kindness? How can I embody kindness instead of preaching it or noticing where it's missing? So I feel turning these things that we're noticing in the world that's lacking into something that we start looking at. How can we bring this now into the world through ourselves? Because we might sometimes see ourselves as small and insignificant in the big grand scheme of the things and in the world. But really, this is where the change starts within us, because it ripples out into our family, into our home, into our groups, into our community, into the world. This is where it starts, right here. So let's be the change, and let's be it swiftly. I mean, things are happening rapidly right now. Overnight, things are changing, especially in this last week or so. So we're needing to adapt quickly to this rapid change. So while this energy is moving quickly and rapidly, maybe it might be good for us to think about how we can start bringing more of what we want to see in the world into our own life and into our own experience. So cycles of change. Don't try your best not to be afraid of it. Change is normal. It's natural. It happens. In fact, it's not normal and natural for things to stay the same. So things change. People change. We move on. People move on. Doors close. Doors open. It's part of the ebb and flow and the movement of life. It happens. It happens in nature. It happens with us. So be careful you're not trying too hard to hold on to something that used to be. Because things change. Sometimes people cross our path for 5 minutes. Sometimes they cross our path for 5 months, 5 years, sometimes for our whole life. So let's be careful we're not holding on to things. Let's let change move and carry us where we need to be in our life. So thanks so much for joining me today. I trust you've enjoyed our time together. It's been fantastic to connect with you again on this beautiful day. So thank you. Have a fantastic rest of your day or evening, and I will connect with you again real soon. I share videos most of the week, most days, probably 3 to 4 or 5 times a week. I share live videos on my Facebook page. So if you haven't seen one for a while, they're certainly there. Facebook is suppressing a lot, so please come back and visit my page directly, and of course all of the pages that you love. So have a fantastic moment and sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. It's beautiful energy around. Thank you. Namaste. Namaste means that the divine, the creator in me, honors and acknowledges the divine, the creator in you, that we are equal, we are one. So thank you for being who you are. You are an important part of this world. Don't underestimate your power. So thank you and namaste. And good night.